All right, Effortless Techies. Today, we're gonna level up our spreadsheets. I'm gonna show you how you can add these visual components to your spreadsheets. Here, we're gonna talk about the sparklines and data bars to take your spreadsheets to the next level. As you can see here, I have some data that shows the quarterly sales for various states. In here, we're gonna go ahead and add some sparklines to see how these are trending, if I can spell. And then here we're going to do some data bars. So in the sparklines, in order to get a sparkline here to track the trend of the sales per quarter, I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of the total sales in my data set. I'm going to navigate to the Insert tab. And here, I'm going to go to the right to sparklines. Here you see you can do wins or losses, columns, but as I said, we're going to do a line here, so we're going to click on line. And because my data set is already selected, you see here where it says select a data range for the sparklines, it's already pulled in what I have highlighted already. But here what I need to highlight is where it says select where to place the sparklines. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on this little spreadsheet icon, or I could just go over to my data and highlight the cells where I want the sparklines to be inserted, and I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. And just like that, you can see here, it has created a trend line for every state and every quarter. So you can do a quick data analysis to see how the sales are trending per state. This is so useful, y'all. It is basic trend analysis, but it does help to provide some guidance on how your sales or whatever data you're looking at is trending. So now let's move on to the data bar. What I'm going to do here in column G is I'm going to insert a formula that I want my data bars to represent. For this particular example, we're going to use the average formula. So we're going to say I want to know the average of the sales per quarter per state. So I'm going to do =, average, open parentheses. I'm going to highlight my sales per quarter in my first row, close that parentheses, and hit return or enter on my keyboard. And here to quickly copy this down, I've shown you guys this before, is on the cell that I want to copy that formula down, I'm going to navigate to the bottom right corner of that cell and just double click once this cross symbol appears. So again, it goes from the hand to the cross. Once I see that cross, I'm going to go ahead and double click, and it's going to copy my formula all the way down. See how I did it there? Perfect. All right. So now with my averages in column G, I'm going to go ahead and use conditional formatting to input my data bars. So let's just go ahead and highlight all my values in column G. On the Home tab where I am already located, I'm going to go ahead and go to conditional formatting. And the third option down here that you see is data bars. So I'm just going to use the default blue here. And I went ahead and used the gradient fill, and you can see how it went ahead and inputted the data bars. Now, what is this showing me? It's not only showing me the numerical representation of the average per state, but it's also showing me where that average falls in the totality of all the averages for all the states. What do I mean? So let's go ahead and sort this by least to greatest for my averages. When I do that, you see what I mean. The data bar is representing that average in comparison to all of the averages for the rest of the data set. So here we see that Nebraska has the lowest average for sales over all 4 quarters, and therefore it also has the lowest or shortest bar. On the other end of the spectrum, we have Ohio, which has the highest average of sales. You can see here though that in my trend line, my spark line, the sales started very high and went very low, still resulted in higher averages. So guys, just like that, you can do basic trend analysis to identify how your sales or whatever data you're looking at is trending using sparklines and conditional formatting to add data bars. So go ahead and save this video, use it on your future projects, and comment and let me know how it helps you. And just like that, you too can tech.